Welcome, everyone, to the Hidden Pearls podcast. Look at these beautiful boys. Yes, let's get a howl. Something like that. George has got a shiner. So I hope if you're just listening to the podcast, you should definitely tune into our YouTube because you can see George's cute little shiner. Look at him. He's so cute. We'll tell that story today on the show. But either way,
Can't wait.
BK, we're just happy to be with each other, guys. This is my last podcast that I'll be filming this season in Japan, which is wild. I'm coming home tomorrow, and your girl's ready to be American again. ready to read street signs. Okay, let's get into our intro. We got some football to talk about. All right, so George and the Niners have another home game at Levi's after their home opener against the New York Giants last Thursday night, where they won convincingly 30-12. Debo was a big factor with 6 receptions for 129 yards and 1 touchdown. Brock had another great outing with no turnovers and 310 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, finishing with a QB rating of 113. CMC added another 85 yards with relief from Mitchell, adding another 42 yards, and GK, favorite player, was very active in second half.
And
he was 7 receptions. Dude, seventh reception. The 7s are coming through, man. They're showing up for 90 yards. So glad that we're staying in the Bay. So GK didn't have to travel. But either way, this all sets up this week's NFC West Divisional matchup versus our friends from Phoenix, the Arizona Cardinals, who surprised everyone last week with an upset win over the Cowboys 28-16. Welcome, everybody, to the Hidden Pearls podcast, week 4 of the NFL season. Let's ride.
Woo!
Super cool.
We're here.
All right, Emmy, thank you.
Wow.
Cool. Hi, George.
Hi, father, and hello, sister.
Hello, brother.
Emma is in the future still, but she'll be traveling back in time to be with us.
Yep.
We leave on Friday and we land on Friday. We leave on Friday at 5 p.m. from Tokyo, and we land on Friday at 11:30
p.m. or a.m.?
p.m.
So you only have a 5-hour flight? That's not
No. Sorry, a.m. Like right before noon. I land at noon.
But how many hours flight is it?
So wait. You
11.
leave at 5. You leave at 5 p.m. Tokyo, and you land Friday. You land Friday at 11 a.m. in California.
It's a mind jack.
So you have a negative 6-hour flight, or?
Yeah, but it's 11. It's 11 hours.
Oh, it's minus 6 hours. You're going to be here in a blink of an eye. It's easy. I don't know why more people don't do this.
Yeah,
guys. Thankfully, I will just shout out the fighters on this one. We got that business class, and the pods are elite. They even give you little travel cardigans. The Japanese airline is divine. I love JAL, so highly recommended.
Okay.
I can't wait to try it out.
Well, cool. Well, we're very ready to have you back in the States.
Thanks, guys.
So
your mother misses you terribly.
I know.
Jan.
And I know he's in the house somewhere, but shout out to our boy Cody, who ended his season really well. So pitched 7 innings, I believe, had 8 strikeouts with 1 walk, and left the mound, or the game ended at 7-0, but no runs scored on him and no runs scored. So really kind of a banger way to finish the old season. So congratulations to Cody. I think he's going to pop in before he leaves, but we're excited to have all you guys back.
For Japanese baseball, it's called the hero of the game. And so it's it's like the MVP pretty much, but they'll have multiple. So Cody was one of them this one. So to end the season as like one of the heroes of the game, they like put him on one of those really nice golf carts, and they like tour him around. It's like a parade kind of, and they wave to everybody, and it's really fun.
That's incredible.
He loved the golf cart, didn't he?
He loves that.
He's pointing at it. He's like, that's the one I want. I have a video of him doing it.
That's funny.
That's cool. Well, you can't have enough golf carts, as we know. So cool. All right. Well, let's get going because Georgie's got a little bit. So we're not going to spend much time because it's Cards Week, and you got to get your mind right for the Cardinals because they've done pretty well at Levi's. We'll get to that. Anyway, so last Thursday night, Giants win 30-12 over the home opener. So I don't have any football stats, I guess I just wondered though, how was it being under the lights? That was kind of your first primetime game of the season, and it's back at Levi's. So I sure felt that there was a lot of energy and juice. So how was that for you guys as players? Just coming home, first game and at home and getting the lights
Set the
on and national
stage.
TV.
I wasn't there.
Plus,
Set the stage.
and how about the whole Thursday night crew? It's like God, they almost seem like part of the family. Like we've seen them so many times, and they holler and all that kind of stuff. So they're a really cool crew. So just a little bit of that. I think people would really be interested in that kind of Thursday night football kind of vibe in the evening and under the lights stuff.
Yeah, well, you kind of touched on a couple things. Well, first I'll say that when you get a primetime game, um, especially when there's no other game on, there's nothing else on Thursday.
Nothing.
Everyone's just waiting for Thursday night football. And there's other teams who are just getting out of practices who are now going to sit down and watch your game too. So like literally every coach, every player, everybody's watching this, everyone at home. And so you're the only show. And it is so easy to get that switch flipped
Yeah.
quickly. Like it doesn't take much. Like you literally get out there, the sun's kind of setting. Ooh, let's go. Especially like because we kick off at like 5:30, so the sun's out for a little bit. But like you come out for the second half and it's just dark. That's always pretty fun too. But the primetime games are really fun. I'm not saying it takes a lot for me to get my switch flipped for game days, but the night games, it just everything is elevated.
Yep.
So that's really fun. Thursday night crew, fantastic. All five of them. It's been really
Yeah.
fun to get to talk to them and have opportunities to talk to them. Play with Sherm, compete against Whitworth, compete against Fitzpatrick. Um, didn't compete against Tony. Well, maybe in some categories, tight end wise, but
Yeah.
be able to just play the same position as him is pretty cool. And Chris is fantastic too. She's so kind to me and my
Yep.
wife. So yes, that's really fun. It was actually my favorite thing about that was they put the Thursday night stage right where the family section is, where I go see my family, you guys, every single game day. And so they had all the families like down in the end zone as opposed to like on the 20-yard line. And the Thursday crew's saying what's up to me as I go out to warm up. I'm like, just letting you guys know that because of you, I don't get to talk to my family in the right spot that I usually do. And so I'm a little superstitious, and now you're ruining it for me. And Carissa like hops off the stage and goes and gets
Claire.
the whole
Yeah.
family, gets
Yep.
Claire and the whole family to come
Aww.
over. And I thought that was really nice of her. So thank you to her. So fun. But yeah, they're all incredible, and I love hanging out with them.
Yeah. They're so friendly and they've been great.
And you got some merch.
I did. I
That
got
was
a hat.
hilarious.
I got a hat. I stole some cups, some paperweights.
I'm glad if you'd had pockets, man, you'd been rattling going out of there.
I know, man.
Whitworth just kept handing you shit. He told you to take the mic with you.
I know he's great. What a dad. So that was really fun.
Pretty damn
I got
good.
the hat is what I was excited about though. I can find it. I think it's upstairs. But I'm
Yeah.
big into the primetime hats. Like it was a Thursday night game, or now that I have the hat, but like Monday Night Football, you get a hat
Yep.
if you do one of the meetings. And so I had the opportunity to do one of those meetings early on in my career. And then every time I play in a Monday Night Football game, you wear the Monday Night Football hat every single day of that week because it's different. Just
Yep.
different. Monday Night Football. It's like Thursday Night Football, except you have an extra day to prepare. You have an extra day to think about it, and coaches have an extra day to either
Add more
second guess
stuff.
themselves or add more stuff.
Yeah. The script just
So,
it's like organically getting longer all the
and
time.
it's also Monday Night Football is different too because you play the game and you're practicing again in 36 hours.
Yeah.
Like you have Tuesday
Right.
off, but you're right back to work on Wednesday for a short week, and so it's just different. It's a different beast.
Yep. So, well, cool. Okay.
What else do you want me to tell you about Thursday Night Football? Winning's
Well,
really fun.
I want to ask.
Our defense is really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go, Amy.
Tell us the story about your shiner.
I don't know anything.
Didn't even know you had it.
I literally didn't know I had it. They told me I had it, and then I was like, huh. Because I think I saw it at halftime. If I think I did, yeah, I think I saw it at halftime. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then it just kept getting worse and worse and worse, whether it was throughout the game or just the last couple of days. And I was like, God damn it. So I went back and I watched the film, and I'm not gonna lie, I've watched the game 2 or 3 times now. And every single time I go to watch it, I get so distracted by football that I just forget to watch for when I got hit in the face.
That's
And
good.
so I know that's why I haven't found it yet. I haven't really tried to find it, but I'll give it I think I'll give it a fourth try. Go back and watch it again.
So if any fans know the play or they see something, send it to us. Send us the
Sure, let us
timestamp,
know.
and we'll send it to George, and he can pull it up in his film.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
Okay. Well, let's see. So we've got now there are only 3 teams left without a loss: Niners, Miami, and the Eagles.
That is true.
And I was curious. Any idea what's going on with all these 30-point games?
The
There's
Niners, 30-point games?
there's kind of a conspiracy theory going around circulating.
What is
So
it?
just
Tell
one.
us. I love conspiracy theories.
What's the
Well,
conspiracy theory? And I'll tell you if it's right or wrong.
well, that there's a big brother or sister kind of scripting things that is connected to gambling, and somehow 30 points is kind of going to be a magic number all season. I don't know exactly, but
Interesting.
it had something to do
What
with
is
a lot.
what is gambling? I don't know. What
Yeah,
is
I
that? I've
uh,
never heard that word before.
sure,
That's
I understand.
Oh,
crazy.
oh, it must be
Okay,
something that the young kids
That's
do.
yeah.
crazy.
Okay, so
Well,
30-point games. Let's
listen,
see. What do you think about CMC having 12 straight games with a TD? It's the longest active
That's
streak.
cool.
it honestly, out of any streak that I think I've seen, that streak makes the most sense to me because of Christian McCaffrey and how good he is at football,
Yeah.
and also like when you play running back, you get more touches, but then also wow, Christian can run routes like a wide receiver, and so he gets a ton of ops in the pass game too.
Yep.
Deservedly so. He's fantastic when he touches the football, but he just he does a very good job every time he touches the ball to try to score, and it's really fun to watch. And like every time he does touch the ball, I'm like, ah, this is a touchdown. I always say to people
That's
too, I
cool.
like seeing. I always tell people, I'll see you in the end zone, guys. I'll see you in the end zone. Let's go celebrate. And I'm not right every time, but I like to think that I am.
Well, it's pretty cool. And you're right. He's been a great addition. Runs super hard. Boy, he puts his stuff into it, man. He lets her go. Okay. Then just last thing, I just wonder, any kind of big
Yeah.
takeaways for you, as you closed out the Giants and you're looking ahead here to the Cards, what any lessons or stuff about either the Niners as a whole or just kind of where you guys are at? Any kind of big takeaways that way, or are you progressing the way you want to, or any big learnings?
Taking steps in the right direction. Um, we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot of things right. There are some little things that we could be doing better that could improve our offense. That's football, right? You're going to learn
Right.
something every. Like, I bet you even the Dolphins, after winning 70-20, still are going to watch the film and be like, "Oh, we could have been better here."
Yeah.
Like that's just football. You can't be perfect. I mean, it is what it is. But me personally, got plenty of room to grow. Still do. And so I found those things. Those are things I'll be working on this week. Pick one thing and try to get better at every day. Or hey, if you want to do more than that, go for it. But that's the bare minimum. And so found a couple things I'm going to try to get better at this week to focus on, refine, and take that into Sunday's game against Arizona and see if my work has paid off. Well, I put in a lot of work, but these are just fine refinements. Is that I don't
Fine
know.
Just
refinements. Yeah.
tweaking
Hey,
it.
I just want to take a second here for younger players or somebody might be listening. So we talk a lot about intentional deliberate practice. That means, knowing what you're going to work on when you go out to practice. You're given a whole script. You guys have meetings. You watch tape, but yet in the back of your mind, like if you're thinking about it in the run game, let's just say your first step was off last week. I don't know, whatever.
Inside hand.
Inside, right? Okay, so
My
inside hand.
inside hand, it's pissing me off. I'm not
Okay,
doing great with it.
so when you go out to individual, you might go out early and practice it a little bit. In individual and the run stuff, that's what you're thinking about pre-snap.
Yep.
And so you're kind of working on that when you go to team up, you're doing that. And so just for folks, thinking about having one thing that you're really going to focus on and try to get better in that time frame is really important. So you're just not going through the motions out of practice.
So like, and now to go on to that, like, yes, my number one goal of the day was that inside hand hit my aiming points with throwing my hat across the guy's body. That's me throwing my hat across the
I
guy's
see
body.
that. I like it. That's
Wait,
good.
why do you do this? I don't know. I don't get it.
If I just go to block to someone like you got, all right, yeah, that's really close. Let's say there's another person right here, like this is their face mask, and
Yep.
I'm going that way. I need to get my hat on the other side of their hat, so then they panic because this means I'm about to reach them. I'm running this way, and I'm on their outside. So then they're going to try to put their hat on the other side of me, and when they do that, they have to stop their feet and try to gather, and that's when you fucking mount. It's when you toss people and pancake them and stuff. You have to
Oh.
threaten because like these defensive ends and these outside linebackers, their one responsibility is you have contained. If the ball gets around you, you're fired. And so if you can panic people, now I'm not saying every play is not meant to design to go around, and there's a lot of defenses that play with these edge guys that are not 9 techniques, they're 14 techniques on the far side of the moon trying to set the edge, and so it's hard to get your hat placement. But if you can threaten to get that hat placement, and they believe that you think that you can get there, they panic and then they run literally with their back to you. If you get that hat placement, a lot of guys will run all the way over there just so they can tell their coach they didn't get put inside.
Right. But when they do that, they leave a giant gap in that C and
Huge
D
gap.
Yeah. So
But
that's expressed.
if you let them keep that containment and that hat placement, and you don't run off the ball, they just what do I call it? They short neck you because they headbutt you right between the face mask and your head does that. You stop your feet and your ass is in the hole, and your coach is going like, "What are you doing? You got to block that guy." You're like, "I'm trying, man. He's 280 pounds running down my face." So then you figure it out from there.
Right.
Throw your hat. That's a big
But
part
I do. So we moved from intentional
Throw your
practice
hat.
on that point. But the reason it matters
Sorry.
is because you have to use
That's what I'm
their.
thinking about.
You got to
That's
use
what
their
those are-
power against them.
Yeah,
Because you
no,
really get them moving in the direction you want them to go.
That was a total ramble by me. Sorry, guys.
It's all
But yes,
good.
the intentional practice. What I was trying to say is like that's what I'm taking in the run game. And now
Yeah.
I have another like I'll have a goal in the pass game, whether it's at these top of your routes, you got to have the one step cuts. Like don't spend too much time at the top of your cuts. Catch everything out in front of you. This is a once Antonio Brown retired, I am the best body catcher in the NFL. You can ask my teammates. I catch things with my body that I should 100% catch with my hands that I just do with my body.
You like
Yeah, I
the
catch with my
ball.
hands too. The ball. Yeah. But
Best body
that is,
catcher in the NFL.
and I know that probably has a weird. You can go a lot of directions with that.
Yeah,
Probably.
you can.
But
But we're
with
a
the
family
ball,
podcast.
we're a family podcast.
We're family
You
podcast.
guys,
But you're
you guys
getting
gotta
coached
relax.
not to catch with your body. Am I right on that?
Yeah, you shouldn't. You should always
Right.
attack the ball with your hands because you get the ball quicker. It's better for transitions.
Yeah.
I catch the ball with my body sometimes. It's just like, how did you even do that? I'm like, I don't know. It just works
It
for
just
me.
happens, yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. So that's something I always focus on to try to not do that as much, which
Okay.
I've gotten better at.
There's our football 101 stuff. So cool.
That's what I'm
That's a
talking about.
lot.
I was
I'm
just
sorry.
gonna say that was exactly my vision for people submitting a football 101 question because I think you
Yeah.
guys nerding out is really fun. So fans, if you guys
Yeah,
have a
please
football 101
ask me
question,
about football.
ask about football. But George, as you were
Okay.
saying that,
Ask me about
all
football.
I could think of is when we were little and dad would throw us a ball and it'd like drill us in the face or the chest and he'd be like, "Oh, that sucks. I hit you right in the hands."
Hit you right in the chest. Is
Oh,
that not
I
a good
hate when
spot?
that happens. Oh,
Oh, dude, that's so tough.
Catch
I
that,
like
dude.
hear-
Right in
if I drop anything, anytime, like if I'm like putting dishes away and I drop a fork or something, I can hear dad be like, "Oh, that sucks. That was in your hands." Every
You know what? I say that to myself sometimes. Like if I
know.
drop a ball, I'm like, oh man, hit you right in the hands. That's tough.
That's
Worst spot you can throw it.
Pretty tough. I know. I'm not sure where to go with that. Okay,
That's
Emmy,
funny.
take us through the NFC West standings and the results.
All right, we got the Niners 3-0 beat New York Giants 30-12. Seattle 2-1 beat the Panthers 37-27. We got the Rams 1-2 lost at the Bengals 19-16, and the Cards 1-2 beat Dallas for 28-16. The last time we played the Cardinals was in Mexico, right?
No.
Or did
We
you see
played
them?
them at home
Played
with
'em in-
Grandma Lou Jean.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That was Grandma's game. But just flashback to Mexico. I think that was
Grandma-
JJ
yeah, it
Watt.
was. JJ Watt.
Yeah, it was.
JJ
I
Watt
think
game.
that the Mexico game was my favorite football game of all time. Number one, you had 2 touchdowns. Number 2, we won. Number 3, it was like that was just
Niner
like
home game.
that was the coolest game ever. They were just
Fans
passing
were
around bottles
great.
of tequila in the stand.
It was amazing.
That is a
It was
top
amazing.
tier memory for me that I will hold
Yeah.
on to for my entire life.
Yeah.
That was so
What
fun.
it was such a great trip. Yeah. So good.
That
No, we played them
was
again
one
in
of the cool-
January.
That was one of the coolest atmospheres I've ever participated in. I mean, I don't like. I think of atmospheres football wise. Like Big Ten championship game was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Like that was loud.
Lucas
That was
Stadium.
sick. Yeah, that was cool. I would say NFC Championship game for the 49ers at Levi's 2019. Crazy atmosphere, just
That was unbelievable.
so fun. New Orleans Saints 2019 atmosphere. That's the only time I've ever played New Orleans, and it was. I mean, first off, it was like what was it, like 45-43? It was just like a high scoring game, so the crowd's just
Unbelievable.
loud the whole time.
Yeah.
Everyone's cheering or booing. It's just fantastic.
Yeah.
And then
I
Seattle. Every time we play a night game there, it's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Super great.
It's pretty cool.
Seattle night
One
games
of
are
mine
so
was
great.
one of the best is after that game when you guys went down and then you converted that 4th down and then we kicked the field goal to win. It was so great because Claire and I were we were sitting
In the middle.
in the middle of that. We'd just been getting MF the whole time. Like I don't want to say friendly kind of. I mean, but it was like in your grill pretty good. Nothing like other places, but it was still. And man, you could hear a freaking pin drop, except for the Niner fans. It was so great. And I just turned around, these two guys behind us. I didn't say a word. I just go, "Wow, I'm sure great spending this time with you guys." And they were like, "Oh, fuck you," that kind of. But it was all pretty good. But oh man, they were pitching it because they
Guys,
knew they
look,
had
it's
that
my
thing on.
baseball player.
Woo 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 woo!
Wow.
Slap
All right,
hand.
What
dog.
content.
Last day of work, baby.
Last day of
Two
work.
professional
Everyone
athletes.
wave with your left hand.
Okay,
It's
Love you
so
guys.
weird. Wave with your left hand.
Love, baby.
I am
Bye, I love you too.
Stay on 'em.
So
Cody's going
weird.
to work.
going to
Bye,
work.
Cody.
Cody
Okay.
has to bring home all of his baseball stuff at the end of the season. They clean stuff out. Guys, we have like so many suitcases. I'll send you a photo
Why
tomorrow.
Do they not ship anything for you?
They will, but if they ship stuff, then you have to pay for it. But if you take it on the plane, then the team covers it. Some
Is it
Oh
weird
yeah,
reimbursed
loop.
for
or the
sure.
So
bank
we
charge?
have so much. I mean, like all the random like jerseys and hoodies and fun stuff that
Yeah, like how much do you think you're spending on baggage?
the team is
Yeah,
going to
how
be
much they get?
spending.
A couple thousand?
And all of our bags are overweight too. I bought like everyone's like cool Christmas presents. Like
Stop feeding them cheesecake.
my
Quit
bags
it.
are
Anyways,
heavy.
all right, you're
All right,
right.
good.
Actually, it's all
Love
Okay.
it.
Pokemon cards. Really, it's just Pokemon cards.
I love
Okay,
that.
so we just did the schedule. So we got Niners, Seattle, Rams, Cards, Rams, and Cards down at the bottom. Cards hadn't won. Nobody thought they're going in. They're going to play Dallas at home.
You
but
mean
they
talk
got-
cards?
Yeah, well, that's
Talk
where we're
cards.
going. So they're 28-16. And interesting because then we have Dallas next week. We're not going to get to that, but it's still kind of fun to see
Won't.
those two kind of play. So, all right,
Emma,
Cards
what's it say?
preview.
Emma,
I
what's
got
it say?
Cards week, baby.
Cards week. I got it. Okay, QB Joshua Dobbs, the win versus the Cowboys. He's been in the NFL for 7 years. That was his first victory
As a starter?
as a
That's pretty-
starter.
Oh, congratulations, sir.
Josh Dobbs.
So, yeah.
Fun fact: Josh Dobbs, he throws me in the offseason. He lives in Tennessee.
That's what I was gonna say.
So
I didn't know that.
he's been out to the barn a couple times to throw to me. Very nice, great vibes. Throws a good ball.
Cool. Well, that's kind of fun. So, anyway,
I
I
know.
always feel kind of some
Throws a good
empathy and
ball.
just for somebody to be around and stick around and do all that and then get an opportunity and starting to do some good things, and maybe he has been. I haven't followed his career at all, so I don't mean that in any way. I just mean though, people put a lot of time and energy and work in there, and the league is very tough. So anyway, kudos
Here's
to him.
another thing about, and this can be like, I'll let you keep talking. You
No,
can
go ahead.
list your bullet points, and then I'll talk about the Cardinals.
Well, if anything sparks, let's see. Cards head coach was the defensive coordinator for the Eagles last year, so just a fun fact there. Not too fun, but anyway, so just a little familiarity there. GK has more TDs versus the Cards than any other team, although it's tied with one other team. If anybody knows, they can call in the next 30 seconds and get 2 free tickets. Anyway, and then George had 2 in last season's finale against the Cards. What do you think the other team is, Em, that he has 6 touchdowns against?
Seattle?
Good guess. That's close, though. It actually is the Rams. So Rams and
That's what I was gonna
Cards.
say. I thought George said Seattle. I thought he was mouthing to me. I was thinking the Rams.
I thought it was.
You always
Oh,
break
did you
records
really?
against the Rams.
Yeah, you got 5 on the Seattle. So anyway, all right. Cardinal running back, fun fact, or not too fun. James Conner has 5 TDs versus the Niners in his past 3 games. So we want to put that stop to that. He had a trifecta a year ago. So anyway, and then big question: is this a trap game? Because
What's
the
a trap game?
Niners trap game is you're playing somebody who's in the lead of their division a week from now, and so you don't pay a lot of attention to the team that's coming to your house on Sunday, and you think it's going to be easy because they're 1-2, they haven't been any good, and a lot of people think this is what happened to Dallas. They traveled out to the Cards, who had looked really not very good over the first 2 games. They were 0-2, and Dallas did not perform like they had the first couple of weeks, and Cardinals took advantage of that. And the truth is, on any given Sunday, any team can beat anybody if you don't show up and play ball. So anyway, those are just a couple of thoughts out there. George, run us through what's going on with you guys in the Cards. You're kind of through the week now. You got a lot of the install in and all that kind of stuff. You've watched some tape. So
today was our first day. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
we had third downs tomorrow and short yardage and red zones on Friday. But
I know,
let me talk to you about the Cards.
Let's go. Cardinal
So
line.
first thing that spun in my brain, Josh Dobbs playing quarterback. It's like his real. I think it's like his first real opportunity to be like, hey, you're the starter, go for it. Like until Kyler Murray comes back, I'm assuming. And if you watch the tape from the 3 games, he is trying his hardest.
Yeah.
And like effort wise, like you can see him. He doesn't turn the ball over. He knows exactly. He goes, I'm gonna look this guy off. I'm gonna look over here to move somebody. I'm gonna throw the ball, and like he sees it. These are things that we talk about in our team meetings. But it's just like to see that, and then like the effort he puts out. Like Coach Shanahan pulled up a couple clips of like just him running the ball. Like he is not sliding. He jumps over people. He truck sticks people. He sees an edge and he tries to run through it. He is not like he is running to gain yards, and it's pretty cool to see that. And like he tried to hurdle the dude 5 yards away from a first down marker, who was
Did he
standing
make
straight
it?
up.
Did he make
No,
it?
he got flipped. No, he got flipped. But like just guys who are willing to give their body and not care.
Yeah.
And so then when you have a quarterback that plays like that, guess what? It inspires the rest of your team. It gets everybody else motivated to go play. That's what it is. And so first off, I don't think in like we've probably been upset. Like the Cardinals upset us when we were supposed to, like win a lot of games all the time.
Yep.
I will still say in those games, we have never overlooked the Cardinals. We've never I don't feel like in my career we've really overlooked anybody. I feel like every time it's the NFL. Everyone knows that anybody can beat anybody. Everybody has NFL players. Yes, there are teams that are stacked that have better players at positions that matter. You have a great D line, you have a great quarterback. Shit happens.
Right.
It just is what it is. And you always try to go out there and perform at your best, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. And so there's that. But so you have a team that's playing like that with high effort, high intensity, and just kind of the way that their team's built. Like they brought in a bunch of guys who they're just like, look, no one else might be giving you a chance. We're giving you a chance, and all we're asking you is to bust your ass. And guess what they're doing? They're flying around. Everybody is. Their D line's playing really solid. Their DBs are playing solid. Their linebackers are playing solid. Their offense is doing like what are they second in rushing yards per carry or something like that.
Yep.
Like they're doing the things that you need to do to not lose a game, which would be winning. And so if you go back, also look at their film, they had like one bad play against Washington that like kind of gave Washington a chance to win the game at the end. And then they were up 21 points on the Giants before just, kind of spiraling. But like they easily could be 3-0, which is pretty impressive, especially coming off a new coach and everyone's telling them that they're the worst team in the NFL. So yeah,
Right.
we're not overlooking this game by any means. We're excited. I love playing the cards. I love playing football. So we're very excited about that. I think that's all I need to tell you guys about the cards, but
No, it's great. It's an emotional rivalry, and I mean, it has been. They've been a Western Division foe for a long time, and it's gone back and forth. And like I said, they're 2-4 against Shanahan in those years. So, or they're 4-2, and we're 2-4 against them. But so anyway, I'm sure everybody
I've only
will be
beat the
laced.
Cardinals 2 times.
Nah, you beat him against JJ Watt with Grandma. You beat him in Mexico. You had to have beat
We
him at least one more time.
2021 we beat them both times.
I think it was 2-4 at Levi's.
2-4 at home.
Oh.
Got
At
it.
home. So that's the record. So you've lost out of 6 games, you've lost 4 when they've traveled.
17 we lost, 18 we lost, 19 we won, 20 we lost, 21 I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but
22 we won.
Yeah. So anyway, we're looking forward to more fun. So let's win the division. Let's keep the I'm not the whole undefeated thing. I mean, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of irrelevant. It's really who you play and all that. I mean, each game
That is what
matters.
it is.
Yeah. So
the one thing that matters was when you're undefeated is also, I mean, like I think I've said this before, but like we're gonna get everybody's best shot.
Yeah.
for sure.
Like that is like every team that plays against us is gonna be like, okay, we have to be on our shit this week, otherwise it's not gonna be a great game. And so then we get everybody's best shot. And the Cards do some funky stuff on offense too. Like, don't get me wrong, they do the zone read. James Conner's running really well. That boy Ertz getting fed.
He is. I know.
He's
It's
getting
like
fed.
he had a knee thing like early in the season, and I kind of thought I wasn't sure he was going to be healthy, and then all of a sudden, like bam, he's like all over the place again. It's cool.
He's doing well.
Yeah,
He's
good
doing
for
a good
him.
job.
So all right. Well, anyway, injuries will be revved. I just want you to know I'll be in full game mode, so nobody has to worry about me not being ready for the game. So I have my binoculars, headset ready for the radio. I'm dialed in. Got my seat in the corner, so I'm good to go. So anyway, you can tell Coach S that too. I know he's probably a little worried about me being ready.
That's awesome. My friends Brittany and Jay, they were at Kittle Fest with us. They're gonna be at the game too. So shout out Brittany and Jay. Love you guys. Little Cal Fire people.
All right, we're
All
getting our
right.
mind right. We're getting our mind
our
right. All you
mind
Niner
right.
fans who are listening, let's do a collective meditation in the morning, each morning, with positive vibes and getting our mind right for those Cardinals coming to visit. Okay,
So one thing
collectively.
I've been doing, I get my mind right before I go to bed. So you
Yeah,
go to
that's
sleep
super.
with the right intention.
Say more. Say more. You're preaching to the choir. Go, brother. Go. What do you
Sleep,
do? Sleep affirmations.
sleep affirmation, write in a journal what you want tomorrow to bring, what do you want the upcoming week to bring, the upcoming month, what do you want it to bring, what's going to come, because you're speaking to existence.
Yeah.
So set your intentions right so you go to bed and the whole night that's all you're dreaming about or thinking about in your unconscious mind. And so then when you wake up, you are driven, you are ready to go. Everything's in motion. The world is
Yeah.
talking to you. The universe is talking to you.
Hey.
Just go out and get it done.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you said that because that's such a cool thing. So that's a really great reminder for everybody. So if you're doing the mindfulness thing and you got your set of affirmations or some intentions or your vision, spend a few minutes at night before you hit the sack as you're laying there. Do some deep breathing and just see that stuff, smell the stuff, feel the stuff, hear the stuff, all that kind of thing in your visualization. So
Guys,
that's super cool.
this isn't in our podcast right now, but the at the beginning of every episode, George and Bruce get on, and even Cody will do it. They'll grab the mic and they'll do a little slow jams XM radio. And as you were saying that, George, I
What are
was
you
like,
talking about?
you could totally
What?
record some like football sleep affirmations.
Yeah, I
See
should
the
probably do that.
jackal.
Yeah, you should.
Sweet.
Why haven't you done that yet, Bruce?
Well, I didn't.
Bruce, give us a sleep affirmation.
Sleep affirmation. I am strong and powerful.
No, in your XM radio, in
Confident.
your radio voice.
Oh. This is Big Daddy WLS in Chicago.
Dude.
Thank you for joining me tonight as we spin the tunes that bring your life and your spirit alive. On this night, we're spinning the tune. This is your life, one of greatness, one of power,
Dude.
achieving abundance, and being the person you've always dreamed to be. Let's rock this baby out. Spinning it to you, Martha in St. Louis. What, dude?
You're incredible.
All right, here we go. All right, Deanie, wine, shoes, or food? What do you want? What's the category tonight, George?
The category is fucking radio. That's the category.
Wow.
I got a three for you. A 3 for
No.
Number one.
One.
This is a family podcast, Big Daddy. Relax.
I am.
Relax. I love it. Number two. Now
Two.
the twofer. Do you guys want to see shoes or what I'm doing in my spare time? Or both.
Oh.
You're gonna see both.
Both.
But which one do you want to see first?
Oh, shoes.
I want to go spare time.
Shoes.
Oh. Okay, shoes.
Emma is the president of the company. She gets
Yes, she is.
shoes.
Yep.
All right.
I'm just an employee.
I'll fire you, dude. You better lock it in.
I just got these shoes. I'm pretty excited about them.
Hey.
They came out a while ago and they're pretty special. And I think they're very unique. Oh, hopefully you can see them. I got a blur
Yep,
thing
Right
on.
there.
Good. Yeah. All
Are
right.
they
Talk to us
camo?
about the shoe.
Yeah, so it's camo with orange. There you go.
Oh,
My
that's
face is
good.
now. So they see the inside. That's a great
Oh.
detail right in there. The nice fat tongue, the skater. You see
call
the
the fat
wool.
tongue the skater?
Yeah, the
Not
SBs.
bad.
I didn't know
The
that.
nice wool, linen,
What is
or
it, wool?
not wool.
Like tweed.
What is it? Yeah, like tweed. Thank you. But I just got these. I got them picked up. They're used for sure because I'm pretty sure they came. I want to say 2004, but I could be wrong. But found them. Someone hit me up about them. Very very stoked about them. I haven't worn them to a game yet, but I will soon.
They're
So
very
here are the
cool.
shoes.
I love orange.
Maybe so. Not the Cards this week, probably, but they're coming soon to a stadium near you.
I know, isn't it bird hunting season?
Yeah,
Hey, I will like to say
camo.
I loved your silver jacket with the Kittle Fest tank top
Oh,
from last
Stitched by
week.
Mitch.
That was
Look him up on
cool.
Instagram, guys. That's my suit guy. Met him through Instagram for winning his fantasy football league for him in 2018. Also does suits for Christian McCaffrey, Robert Tunyon. Pretty sure he does Hawkinson as well. But stitched by Mitch on Instagram. I always tag him in all my stuff too. Great people. He'll
Really
fly to you.
talented. He made Cody's wedding suit and your wedding suit.
Did
and
my
mine.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't get married, but I attended the wedding. Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
I am married.
All right.
But
Other thing that I'm dealing with in my spare time.
ooh.
Me, sometimes I just randomly go through random phases where
Yeah.
I get very hooked on something, and probably go all out on it a little bit too much.
A
Like,
little overboard.
yeah, some would say. I wouldn't.
Some would
I,
say. No,
I
not
wouldn't
you.
say that. I wouldn't say
It's
that.
your Libra energy. It's your 10 energy.
Thank
We
you.
can't help it. You have to do it 110% every time.
I can't help myself. But
I know.
so I've talked about this before. Night before games, talk about setting your intentions. One of the last things I do before I go to bed is I take an Epsom salt bath for 24 minutes. 24 minutes and 8 seconds, because Kobe. I sit in there for 24 minutes and 8 seconds, and I started doing this, I think, at the end of my rookie year, and it's kind of weird. I try to. I'm like, I admit this. I'm on my phone way too much, whether it's games, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. Like, I'm on my phone way too much, texting. Like, it's bad. And so when I'm alone, especially before games and stuff, I try to not be on my phone. And so when you're sitting in a bathtub for 24 minutes and 8 seconds, it's like, what am I gonna do? Because I'm not very good at just sitting there and breathing all the time. Like, I can do that for a couple minutes, but over 20 minutes is I'm not there yet with my breathing practices. And so my attention span needs something to be entertained. And so what I do, get in there and I turn on whatever music I'm vibing to. Usually it's Leon Bridges, just like something kind of
Ooh,
soothing, a music that I really vibe with. It's got good energy to it. It's not like too slow where I'm falling asleep,
just a
but it's
warm
it's
jazz kind of vibe.
sure. It's also my wedding song, and Claire really likes him as well.
Oh,
That or like Tosh Sultana, like those are two that I kind of bounce back and forth between. Odessa,
Oh,
super fire. All three of those
so
guys are
good.
doing great. Anyways, but what I did my rookie year, my second year, my third year, was I played Pokemon while I listened to music. And so what I did this year is, because it's a game I haven't played in a while, I haven't replayed it. Hello. I went on and I found a Game Boy Advance SP. Ooh,
Right there, yeah.
green. This is Rayquaza. I think that's how you pronounce it. Little keyboard.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm playing Pokemon Emerald right now. I think I'm on the fourth gym.
so what year would that have actually been sold?
19 years ago. I just saw it, and the reason I just saw that like on
Wow.
Instagram, because I follow a couple Pokemon accounts. 2005, I think, is what it was.
Wow.
2004 maybe. Let's see. My name on the game is Greg.
Of course.
For all you Stoolies out there. I played about 7 hours. I have 3 badges. My starter Pokemon was Torchic, the little chicken
Oh,
fire bird thing. And yeah, I've got some good Pokemon. I don't have the greatest party right now because I'm kind of playing for speed, because I usually literally only play it um, in this bathtub, so I only have like 24 minutes to play at a time, or like on flights. And
ah,
so I don't have a lot of time to play it, so I try just to go through it fast, so like I don't spend too much time like training and catching other Pokemon. But I will say this: my starter Pokemon's pretty baller right now, high level. But that's what I do in my spare time. But so I
okay.
do all of that. Epsom salt bath, 24 minutes and 8 seconds, playing Pokemon, to completely zone out and don't think about football. Don't think about anything on my life. Don't think about any conversation I had with anybody. It is 100% distracting, where I can just kind of relax, breathe, and just like have zero issues, nothing to think about, positive or negative, except just the simple enjoyment of a good music and a fun game that is like a puzzle and something to accomplish. And to me, those 24 minutes and 8 seconds is the longest 24 minutes and 8 seconds of my entire life. It is so long every single time, even when like I'm zoned in, and it's just like, it's crazy. And I just really
Huh.
appreciate that 24 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Pokemon.
Cool.
I love that. Thanks for sharing, George.
Can you send me an image of your current starter Pokemon that you're all on?
Yeah, I'll send you a photo.
All right. I'm just kind of curious. Okay.
Yeah, what level are we on? All right, that's awesome. We love Pokemon.
Level 33 right now. At this point in the game, you should have like 4 level 30 Pokemon. Or like 4 level like 25 to 28 level Pokemon. I have 1 level 33 and a couple 20. I have a Kadabra level 25. One sec.
No idea what he's talking about.
I know. Come on, Dad.
I have a Kadabra level 24. I have a Breedlove
Kadabra's
level
the one with
24.
the spoon, right?
Yes, it is. There's no spoon. And I have a Curlia level 23. So I have 2 psychic Pokemon, a grass fighting Pokemon, a bird and Swablu, Combuskin, which is a fire fighting. And then I have a level 5 Poochyena. I have what's the white monkey's name that's always asleep? Slowkith or Slowkith, something like that. Anyway,
oh, geez. I always forget his name. Damn it.
You don't know any of these, Dad. It's okay.
No.
But I have him too, but I haven't been training him because I'm just going through speed. I need a water Pokemon, and I should have caught an Electrike for an electric Pokemon. But like I said, I was just in a rush for some reason. I'm flying through this game right now.
How many gyms are in Emerald?
8 in all of them, darling.
Oh.
The only one that's 16 is Pokemon Silver and Gold.
Dang.
Still. If you had to rank Pokemon games, Emma, do you remember what game did you play, and then what game did I play? Grandma and Grandpa got us each one game for our birthdays because it came out like October 10th, and so you got one and I got one. What color did you get?
I think we got Silver and Gold, right?
I don't know, which one did you get?
I want to say I got Silver.
Yeah, you got Silver. I was Gold. I was so jealous. Lugia is such a savage.
But that Game Boy, I got that clear purple one, and that was like the first thing that I ever saved up my money for. Where like I remember intentionally like collecting change around the house, and then I went and got it, and I was like the coolest thing in the world.
I still have it.
You do?
Yeah, it still works. I that's what my rookie year, my second year. That's the game Boy I used.
That's awesome. I like your little flip one. That's cool.
Isn't it sick? I got this on eBay. I got it at an auction. It was like 20. I clicked on it. It was 20 minutes left, and I was like, everyone was bidding like whatever it is, $1 or 25 cents, and I just went $20 extra. I won it.
Dude, there is a strong Pokemon community here. There's a giant store in our mall. Their Pokemon stores are everywhere, and they have a limit to how many Pokemon cards that you can buy every time you visit. You can only buy 5 of each certain type. There's 3 different types that they carry. You can only buy 5. So max you can walk out with 15. But if you don't go within like the first hour or 2 that they open, some of the special ones are sold out. So sometimes you can only leave with 5. So I've been going every day, stocking up.
On cards?
Have you really?
Well, not every day since I've been here, for like the last week. So I've done this like 4 times probably, but there's only one day that I've gotten all 15. So in the other ones, I just go and I get the 5, but still, they're cool.
Interesting. Huh.
I know that people recognize me now.
That wouldn't have been on my even top 100 list that you would be spending time in Japan doing, but there you go. Uh-huh. That's cool. Okay, free to move on from Pokemon, or is there more?
Someone asked us Pokemon questions. I think my wife just got home too, so
let's roll. Okay.
I might have to open the door, but we're good to go for right now.
Okay. Emma, we kind of did football 101, but I don't know what you got. Do you have a question or two you want to pop George with before we wrap up?
All right, guys, now we're going to get into some Ask George questions. So we have 2 questions. This first one is from Joanna P.
Hi, Joanna.
And she says, as a big Marvel fan, I thought it might be fun. George's teammates as Marvel characters.
Oh, jeez. I wish you would have given me the characters, Joanne, but that's a great question. I like it. Let's see. Wow.
All right.
You want us to pick the player?
Yeah, give me a player.
Trent Williams. Trent Williams is.
Wow. Trent Williams is, man, I mean, he might as well just be Hulk.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Just can smash anything in front of him.
What about Thanos?
I was going to say Thanos too.
I was going Thanos.
Wow.
I was going Thanos all the way.
You're right. He is more like
Pretty blingy. He's got the
reserved.
rings.
Sure, I like it. Sure. I didn't know this was Ask Him and Bruce, but I like the
Well, we're
advice.
just giving you
Let's
feedback.
go. Let's go Thanos.
Okay, Emma,
All
you
right.
pick a player. Pick a player.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Kyle Juszczyk. Hawkeye.
Oh, love it. Yeah.
Brock Purdy.
Should I have used him for Hawkeye? He just
You can
throws
use twice
darts?
if you want.
No. Ant-Man. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, I love those
I wouldn't say
movies.
that. No,
I
they
do
are
too.
fun.
And the Wasp.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Okay. I've got, let's see, Nick Bosa.
This is difficult. I need a list in front of me.
Yeah, Nikki B.
Yeah.
Just Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
I would say Thor.
Oh.
Just minus the hair, because I don't know if you've seen, what is it? It's Infinity War, I think it is. Adventures of Infinity War, like the Guardians of the Galaxy find Thor out in space and they resuscitate him, and they're all like,
oh yeah,
this is what a man looks like, Peter Quill, and you're just a normal man. Well, this guy is a god. And like they're all touching his muscles and stuff. That's Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
He was
who would you
built
be?
in a lab. Who would I be?
Yep. Where are you in the Marvel world?
Spider-Man.
Oh man, I love Spider-Man so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say Spider-Man crossed with Thor.
Yeah. Okay.
I saw Thor. I see
Maybe,
Thor.
yeah,
Is there any one of your teammates that reminds you of Loki?
Juice. That's actually better for Juice. Brock can be Hawkeye. Juice can be Loki.
Okay.
Just because he's like this Harvard smartness to him, and also I've played like games with Juice, certain situations. I don't know, like, I don't know if you guys ever played Jackbox TV. Like it's like a murder mystery trivia or something like that. He always takes the money and like is okay with killing everybody else. He's just okay with it.
Like the Survivor thing where he
betrays
everybody.
It's like everybody has to either not take the money. If no one takes the money, everybody lives. If everybody takes the money, hey Claire, they can see you.
Claire.
Hey! Oh, Claire, we're gonna need a fashion preview. I love your top.
I told you.
Wow.
Isn't lucky me.
Wow, we got about 5 minutes left of his attention. Let's roll.
Hey. Okay.
Okay, that was great. Thank you.
That was great.
Thank
okay,
you, Joanna,
last and other question is from Cody P. Hi, Cody.
Is that your husband?
It is. Cody wanted to know, what Pokemon do you most resonate with and why?
What Pokemon do I most resonate with and why? Oh, wow. All right, Cody. Deanie's hanging out with me. You guys are interrupting my podcast. I know. Let her be cute with right there then. Deanie, are you adorable?
Claire just got back from Napa, so Claire's living her best life. Claire's like who would Claire be as a Marvel character?
Ooh.
Well, she's Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
Aww.
She'd be perfect for that. That's DC. Marvel wise, wow.
I think who are the?
I mean, to me, she's Captain Marvel because she can do anything.
Ooh.
Okay, who would Dad be?
Bruce. Bruce has all the Thanos vibes as well. Just saying.
Hardcore.
Or like Doctor Strange.
Oh, I could do Doctor Strange. That'd be.
Yeah, he'd be like Doctor Strange. It's like the Marvel's version of Gandalf.
Oh, who would I be?
I see you as a Wasp character.
Thanks.
What?
I think she's great.
No, you're right.
That's a compliment.
I know. I was thinking
She's
of
like
that one.
she's like one of the smartest ones.
Who's the spider? Who's the one that Scarlett Johansson plays?
Black Widow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the Wasp.
Yeah, for sure.
The Wasp is very cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Claire and I could be the Russian sisters.
Would you? Yeah, would you rather be Scarlett Johansson as the Black Widow or the Wasp who has an actual superpower?
The Wasp.
Yeah. That's my one beef overall with all of the Marvel stuff is how did Scarlett Johansson survive that long?
Like, she's just really tough. I know, but that's like your
Congratulations.
superpower. No, I know. I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, no, no, that doesn't cut it. Like
She doesn't have a power,
Thanos,
right?
Thanos could throw a rock at you and you're gonna die.
Well, what's Hawkeye got?
Hawkeye, well, at least he has distance with like his arrows.
I know, but it's still just an acquired skill. Like
I
he doesn't.
100%. But like
He has no other like supernatural strength. He doesn't have any
no,
insight.
100%.
Nothing.
Everything is on his arrows
Right.
for sure. So like,
Like
y-
he's super techy. He's really good.
yes, yeah. I mean, you saw him when he. What is the character he turns? Is it Ronin? Maybe I think I'm getting that right, or I don't know. But that's like his dark side alter ego, where he
Right.
basically takes like a sword and he just murders everybody. It's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's going around the world to get revenge on everybody after. Yeah.
After his wife and children got.
Yeah. After Thanos snapped his fingers.
Yeah. Wow, I love all this Marvel talk.
What about
Okay.
Iron Man? Do you have an Iron Man on your team? I could see Juice being an Iron Man too, though.
Playboy philanthropist.
I was more taking just like really techie and smart and like, but I don't know.
Ooh, is Christian McCaffrey Captain America?
Oh, I could see that.
Kind of seems that way. Yeah.
I think he's the
And is
older
Olivia
Captain America
her
who
the girl?
talks shit still. Like he's not like Captain America 1 or 2, where
Yeah.
like, hey, watch your language, guys. He's not like that. He's like Infinity War
The
plus.
Captain America that came back and
Yeah,
got introduced to the
thing.
2000s.
who has some shit in his neck. That
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah.
That's Christian. I agree.
Okay.
Trin is Thanos though. That's a good
Who's
one.
Shanahan then?
Ooh.
Go a couple ways with this one. I'm gonna go. Let's see. Give me a sec. I know it is. He's How nice do I want? No, I'm kidding. I have like
Come
2
on.
people in mind.
I mean,
I would say
obviously he listens to our show. You know what I mean? So like, he's gonna hear this.
he's Modoc.
Who's MODOK?
You can Google him.
All right, we'll Google him. We'll flash a MODOK pickup, but
He's a super smart dude who is just a big head in a flying chair.
I know exactly who that is.
Uh,
From the Ant-Man.
Yeah, he is in the Ant-Man.
He's very cool in the first one. Not so cool in the second one.
But yeah.
okay. Are we good? All right. So Emma.
That's entertaining.
So I have 2 questions, both of this one for you, George, and I'll pose both of them and then let Emma go first. So George, anything that happened at practice or in the Niners facility this past week that just brought a big smile to your face that made you appreciate your context and being there and all that stuff? So that's kind of for you. And then Emma, did you have kind of a humorous, funny, enjoyable kind of? I know you've had many, but just something that happened in Japan this week that you just helped you kind of be mindful about the moment, really appreciate. Wow, it's good to be alive. Something like that. And anybody that's ready can go.
I have a funny one. Okay, so I ran out of makeup while I was concealer while I was in Japan, and so I went to the makeup counter. It's like this really nice market close to our house. So I went over there. I'm shopping around, and the Japanese culture, it's very like out of the sun. Like people will walk around with umbrellas, they wear gloves, they cover themselves completely, and they have fantastic skin. I will say that. But being tan is not the thing here. So I went to the makeup counter, and I like to be tanner, right? I'm definitely leaning towards I would prefer to be tanner than this. So either way, I go to get some makeup, and the lady is like putting me in pretty much like white makeup. And I was like, it feels like a little light. And I wasn't like connecting the dots that like culturally that's how they view beauty, and
Right.
she was like really like, no, this looks so beautiful and it looks so beautiful. And so then Cody walks up like as I'm there, I'm like, babe, what do you think? And he's like, Cody's colorblind. So he's like, oh yeah, you look great. I was like, okay, so either way, I came back with this makeup and it's like real pale. It's like really, really pale. So so that was kind of a funny moment for
Sure.
me shopping in Japan.
A little awareness. It's probably 100 proof.
Yeah, there's a lot of
SPF
sunscreen
or-
in this. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not gaining much on it.
No
That's
sun.
interesting that you say that because you see those kind of there's characters in movies and that kind of stuff, and so if you haven't been visited, but that really is kind of a value for within the Japanese culture. So
Mhm.
kind of appreciate the insight. So, okay, George, anything within the facility that you can share that was kind of funny or just made you appreciate things?
Let's see. Well, there's countless employees that I'm a huge fan of. That every time I talk to them, I get a smile on my face, and they do such a great job consistently every single day. I'm trying to think. I got to spend some time with two people I really do appreciate. Elliot Williams with the Niners, who runs our Egoscue, and which is like body posture and like just getting your body back into realignment through a series of exercises and sequences. And it's way more detailed than that. But he's been with the Niners for
Awesome.
7 years. He was John Lynch brought him in, and Peter Egoscue was here also this week.
Oh, wow.
The guy who invented it, and it's just kind of fun to get them both, like just get some, I don't know, one-on-one time, I guess. Um, because listening to them talk about Egoscue and the ways to get your body to do certain things, to get things to release different parts of your body to target, to release other parts of your body, just to hear stuff like that. It's just it's fun to listen to people like geek out about the things that they're really good at. And
Right.
it's like I don't want to say it's a completely different language because I've been doing Egoscue for 7 years, and I'm not going to say I'm a professional at it, but like I understand the
Yeah.
concept of it, and to hear him talk about it is really cool. Also, it's fun to see like a guy who invented it, and then the guy who works for the Niners, and he does a fantastic job with us. And so just
Yeah.
to have that and listen to him talk about it was really cool, and for the work they put on my body, I always appreciate them. So that was time that I enjoyed with them.
That's really cool. George, note to self, that'd be an amazing off-season podcast. If we could get those two on, that'd be super fun. Love to take a deep dive into that stuff. That'd be super
Sure,
cool.
I think it'd be really fun. We do a two part episode.
Yeah.
That'd be really
So
cool.
that's really cool.
And Bruce built
Okay.
a fence.
Oh, yeah. So
Bruce built a coyote fence.
We'll share
coyote
pictures
fence.
when it's up. But
Yeah, we'll do that later. So
yeehaw,
okay.
yeehaw. Okay, Pops, tell them
Okay.
about the charity and stuff that we're doing.
Okay. So last week we mentioned Operation Freedom Paws. We sent Vet and 3 members of his family. So there's some stuff on Instagram on that. And so we want to thank Operation Freedom Paws for partnering with us again. And hope they enjoyed the game. And then this week, Em, you going to do this week?
This week we are doing Operation Surf. So we have actually gone and surfed with them before. It's really great. I'll post the link to their show notes in the show notes to this episode, but they connect veterans with the healing power of Mother Ocean. And it's really great because they connect them to nature. And it just, when you're out on the board, I mean, honestly, similar to how George was talking about Pokemon and Epsom salt baths, it's just a way to connect to something different, a little bit bigger with the ocean and just nature in that way and getting outside and connecting with the community. So we are sending some veterans, some of their members to the football game this weekend.
Yeah, just tapping into the energy of the ocean to just, there's like an alignment there. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, they're great. So Amanda and Van down there, and they've been at it for a long time.
And something else that I want to add is just because right now, though, I know our show structure is literally always changing, but in these episodes where we have GK on, we're not having anybody else on. And so we still very much want to lift up different organizations and also do financial donations, which you're still doing every week. But we'd love if there are any organizations that you as our listeners know about, any charities or organizations that you believe need to be highlighted and also receive a financial donation from the Hidden Pearls Kittle family. I'm going to create a form on our website and I will make that more public when it is up. But then also, if there are any veterans who you believe should get some tickets to the Niners games, we're going to give away 4 tickets every game. They can be in pairs, just tell us a story, why you think they deserve it, and we'll get that up. So, just want to celebrate our Hidden Pearls community and also expand the reach. So thank you if you submit anything and for asking questions.
Yeah, and I would just say too, I mean, our focus has been primarily vets, but we've also worked with first responders. So certainly thank them for all their work, and then law enforcement. So in that same bundle of stuff. So So if you have somebody out there that is one of those service professions, we thank them. And if you want to make a nomination and file that, Emma will have the form up, and we'll go through those and kind of spread that out. So you can kind of look through the entire calendar, because every game on the road and at home, we'll be doing 4 tickets. So let us know who you think should go. So, all right, Operation Surf. So thank you for that. We've talked about some hopeful things and some funny stuff. I don't know if anybody has an additional hidden pearl that you want to mention.
I'm
We'd
coming
just
home
like to-
tomorrow.
That's
it, dog.
that
That's
is
it.
it.
I'm
Bam.
gonna drive a truck. I'm gonna go to the beach. You know what I'm excited to do? You know, you pat your dog really hard. That's what I'm so excited to do. Like when they're just like being a good dog, and you're just like, good dog. That's what I'm excited to do. To
That's pretty
love
funny.
all my freaking dogs.
And today I had Dane with me the whole time I'm doing the fence. I had to run in, get stuff, come back. I'm setting it all up. And then I had to come in and do some computer stuff. So he's like within 10 feet of me, no matter where. And he doesn't really like coming in the garage because the cat's in the garage, right? But he posted up right on the door sill, right outside the the garage door when I'm in the office. Like my man was like, he's like eyes on the whole time. He's not doing anything. He's staying in the shade, but he was cool. So anyway, we love him to death. All right, here's the closing quote of the week. I'm sorry, George, something? Okay.
I'm good.
All right. This is like Paulo Coelho. I'm probably mispronouncing that, but anyway, one day
Paulo Coelho.
Coelho, thank you. One day you will wake up and there won't be any more time to do the thing you've always wanted to do. Do it now. So, if you're out there and you got this thing on your list and it's always going to be when I get here or I get this accomplished or I have this much money and all that kind of stuff, we talked about it last week. I don't think we posted this one, right? But you can't learn to drive a car when it's in park. Put her in neutral or put her in whatever and get her off the curb, and you got to get out
drive.
there.
Just roll it down the hill.
Damn right. You got to go. So whatever you want to start, now's the time to start it. You're never totally ready. You never have enough money. You're never totally prepared. It's just you got to go and learn on the run, and you make it up as you go. So it's all good. So that's the quote of the week. So, all right. All good with that. George, good to see you. Thank you for being on the show. It's really fun to hear these stories and all that. Emmy, your mom is so ready for you to be back from Japan. Thank goodness you're coming home. It's going to be great. So we're super excited about that. G, we'll be out Friday night late. We'll try not to wake you when we get in the house. All right? We're looking forward.
You're not going to get in the house. You're going to go right to the pool house.
That's true. But anyway.
You had multiple packages get here today, so.
Yeah, I know. There was some stuff we'd run out of, so I just had them sent there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
All right, boys. I love you very much. Okay. I will see you in about a week. So I'll see you on your birthday, buddy. All right, Hidden Pearls, friends, families, and followers. We love you guys. Thank you for supporting the show. And if you know anybody who could use this message or this episode, we ask that you share it. Yeah, let's go. Hidden Pearls fam. We love you guys. All right. Bye.